Hey guys, Captain Alex Mason here, and today I'm going to be doing one of those, basically not an update, but my progress so far in my Call of Duty collections and stuff. For the record, I am not trying to do this to, rub it in everybody's face and say, hey, I got all this Call of Duty games, what are you going to do about it? No, I'm just trying to show you what I have currently and what I'm looking for now in order to finish most of the stuff, even though I haven't. Who are we kidding? I haven't even finished most of the projects that I have here. But let's continue. So, there are currently so many things I'm going to have, and some of them I can't physically show you because they're either downloaded onto my computer because, software and all that stuff, or I can't find them. So, I'm going to go with the stuff that's on my computer right now. I have the 2 books from the author Michael Rudin, who just made a new short story called Version, which I'm still trying to get. And I have those. He gave those to me for free because they weren't he couldn't sell them anymore for a while. I'm not sure if that's the case now. But I have The Rightful King, which is a prequel story telling us some more background about Raul Menendez, and Devil's Breath, basically a ghost prequel book telling us how Rourke broke. And those are both on my computer, which I'm recording from now. And now to the mobile games. On my iPod, I have, I don't know if you can see it, I have both the Black Ops Zombies and World at War Zombies on here. And on my phone, it's a completely different story. I have Strike Team and Heroes. Strike Team is directly above Heroes, which shows Ghost and stuff. And those are good games, especially for mobile. Now we're going on to another handheld console, the DS. I currently only own Modern Warfare Mobilized for the DS. Good game, excluding the graphics, I mean. And then for more stories, I have GK Nova 6 stuff. There isn't really a book or anything about this. It's all notes, basically, I wrote down from the actual site, and, everything they've been making up about it. Not making up. Okay. Now for the comic books. Of course, I did a video on this not too long ago. Modern Warfare 2 Ghosts. This was the comic that I've been dying to find, and it was so hard to find. I finally found it. I won't even begin how long it took me to find that. Okay, now to the consoles. I have Modern Warfare 3 for both the Nintendo Wii and the PlayStation 3. But I started with this first because I thought, oh, I won't need DLCs for this because I pretty much got everything here. No, there's an Easter egg on the DLC 5, and that's an out-of-the-map kind of Easter egg, and it is considered an Easter egg. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, only for Wii, and I probably will only play it for Wii unless I'm that desperate to play the other multiplayer maps. But no, I tried playing it on a PlayStation 3, but that didn't work for some reason. Call of Duty 3, I won't play the multiplayer, and that's fine with me because you know what? The Wii version doesn't have multiplayer because they didn't think it was necessary then to have multiplayer. World at War for both my PlayStation 3 and the Wii. I keep both of them because both of them have this one has an Easter egg that's only available for the Wii version, and etc., etc. Same story goes for Call of Duty Black Ops. I keep forgetting this camera's a little goofy. Now this I still keep because there's actually an Easter egg only available for the Wii version of Black Ops, and that's in Kino. And that's the whole extra radio, listening device that you can hear. And now, as we get onto my PlayStation related stuff, I've got Finest Hour, still haven't beaten it, but this by far is probably one of my favorite classic Call of Duty games that I've owned so far. That might change if I buy the original Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. I keep having problems with the screen. Yeah. I got the special edition, which makes it even greater because I actually decided I wouldn't have never guessed that the cast from my favorite, or one of my favorite HBO miniseries, which I have right here, created by my favorite executive producers, Band of Brothers, was in it. I've got Black Ops 2, which was the first ever PlayStation 3 game I owned when I bought my PlayStation 3. Modern Warfare 2, which is probably one of my favorite games that Infinity Ward developed for the system. And then the internet and most of the world's least favorite Call of Duty game so far, Ghosts. Those are all, oh, and Soap's Journal, but I can't find it. So, with that said, these are the last things I need to find from the Call of Duty franchise that I have not found. Call of Duty, Call of Duty 2, let's see, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Black Ops DS, Call of Duty 4 DS, United Offensive, World at War Final Fronts, Black Ops Declassified, Call of Duty Online. There's a couple of more. Oh, and I did find Makarov, Operation Kingfish, I forgot that. Version, of course, and of course the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 comic, and that's about it. Those are the last things I got. So let's see, if you add all those up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm counting in my head right now. I currently need 12 more things. Those are the last ones I'll ever find. And that's actually a pretty good number considering how I've been just buying the crap out of most of this stuff. Now, I'm also, now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna just do this for a little bit. So, as you guys know, most of the time whenever a new game comes out, especially Call of Duty, people think, oh, we found the story, we can explain the story for you, and it's completely legit. Oh boy. I just saw a big, or not big as in like PewDiePie big, but decent, like kinda NGT Zombies big, who thought he knew the story, and I won't say who it was because I don't want to make him look stupid, but if you guys have seen this video already, then you probably know who I'm talking about. And it wouldn't surprise me if you did. But one big YouTuber thought, oh, well, I know the explanation for Shadows of Evil and The Giant for Black Ops 3. They both take place in the same area, and they take place during the same time, like, same year, 1945. Dang. And he says he got this all from the trailer. Well, no. Morgue City, which is where Shadows of Evil takes place, he thinks that because of a poster, which from the image that I saw, even when he freezed it, didn't look real good. Like, I couldn't read it real well because it was all blurry. Even if you enhance it, it doesn't look correct. He says, oh, it says this region in Germany, which is near Breslau, which is where Der Riese took place. It's like that confirms that they're all in the same area. It's like, you cannot be serious. You know, I may not know exactly what's going on yet, because again, the game hasn't come out yet, but at least I know for a fact that is not correct. Like he says, Shadows of Evil and the Giant are in the same area, and because if that's the case, why is it that in Shadows of Evil you have all these American characters? Why is everything in the entire map layout in English rather than German? And why would a United States, like, cop of this specific city have any business in Germany? See, it doesn't make sense. Also, why do they all have English accents? You know, you can't just say, oh, it takes place in Germany, when everything in Shadows of Evil is English, and you have American cop. He's not an OSS spy, he's a cop. Cops usually stay within their jurisdiction, especially, like, say, a New York cop. That would seem a little out of place if that same New York cop ended up in San Francisco. He wouldn't have any jurisdiction over there. I mean, yes, he's a cop, but he's not their cop, so therefore he can't really make an arrest unless a specific person who he's been hunting in New York made it there. But, you know, they don't go to the extreme out of country just to find whoever they're trying to capture. Besides, this guy's a crooked cop. And Morgue City, I'm going to tell you this much, it's a fictional city, and that's why I don't like it that much. I don't like I liked it when, like, Treyarch and all the developers said, oh, let's go with a real place, but, you know, fabricate it a little. That I liked that better. I mean, you had no problem making the Groom Lake base, which is a highly classified military base, but, you know, it's not like you actually infiltrated the group, you, like, infiltrated the base. You're just making a map inspired by the base. And by that I mean Area 51. Groom Lake Base is its real name. And, you know, going to Reichstag, you're not going to change that because that's history. But, Morgue City? No. That probably was a bad call. I will say that was not good. But, so Morgue City is a fictional city. It's one of those, it's not steampunk or dieselpunk, I don't think. But it's that noir feel. That French word, noir, or however it's pronounced. Inspired by Chicago, Illinois, and New York City, New York. But, from what I saw, due to the architecture of most of the buildings, the skyline, and one of your main characters, it's most likely supposed to be, like, if it were a real city, it's highly likely going to be New York. I mean, yeah, it's Morgue City, but I would consider it New York. Mainly because one of your characters is a crooked boxer. And the first thing I think of boxing is Madison Square Garden, which is in New York. That, and plus, honestly, and I'm not saying that there isn't any out there, but as far as I know, there's not a huge noticeable, like, famous ring like Madison Square Garden in Illinois or Chicago that I have heard of yet. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, I'm just saying I haven't heard of anything like that. It may not be as famous as Madison Square Garden, but I still haven't heard of anything about it. But, yeah, no, that most definitely takes place in the United States. It does not take place anywhere near the Giant, which is, you know, that new Black Ops 3 map based on Der Riese. I honestly think the guy messed up. And believe me, I've seen worse. I saw a video about a guy who thought he knew the plot line for Advanced Warfare. He's like, okay guys, it's just been confirmed that Captain Price is gonna be back and blah blah blah, he's gonna kick some butt. It's like, If Captain Price was back, he would be 80-some years old. He would not be able to fight. Well, maybe he would, but he'd be fighting with a cane, not a gun. He also said Nikolai's coming back, and then Yuri is like, well, that's not possible, because Yuri's dead. Believe me, Yuri was one of my favorite Modern Warfare 3 characters, and I was pretty disappointed when he died too. But not as disappointed as I was when Soap died. But yeah, you can't just do something like that. You can't just say, oh, and then just say that makes loads of sense, because now somebody's gonna come back and say, hey, remember when you made this video and you thought you knew everything, and it turns out you didn't? And he'll be like, yeah, I'm pretty embarrassed too. Which is why I don't mainly focus too much on, like, you know, new information about these Call of Duty games unless it's official and it's in a magazine that I am prescribed to, which is, you know, a video game magazine that solely does video game news and media, and they're legit. They've actually sat down with some of the developers or some of their spokesmen actually getting this information, rather than, you know, hearing it from guys on the internet who think they know everything. Bleh. But yeah, that's one more thing. Also, I know, again, this is completely off topic from what this video is mainly about, but as you already probably noticed on my phone, I have all 4 Freddy's games. I've played all 4 of them. Can't beat all 4 of them. I've only beaten the first one, and I'm still stuck on the first night for the 4th one. But on that news, Scott Cawthon, as of now, I don't think it's past development stage, but due to all the news we're hearing about it, it's highly likely that it's now become an official project from Warner Brothers, that this will become a movie, considering how they've already paid for a director to make the movie, and how he's buying all the props now. He says, oh, he's like, screw CGI, we're going to use actual parts to make, like, actual effects that look practical and real. And by that he means he's buying actual animatronics, or animatronic parts, for the animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy's for the movie. And according to most people, and I think even the developer said it, as like the creator of the game franchise said, yeah, this movie will definitely be canon to the story, which that actually makes it even exciting, and it might actually be good. Let's just hope it's not another Super Mario Brothers movie. Ugh. Disgusting. Ugh. Still gives me nightmares. But that's it. I'm gonna end it now, because otherwise it's gonna be another constant tangent. I haven't forgotten about that one controversial topic that I brought up when I started doing some of these other videos, like, you know, the guns don't kill people video and the Confederate flag censorship video. I'm gonna get to this one soon, and I do want to talk about it, and I do want to tell you why it's so ridiculous. But again, my disclaimer is I'm not against what these people do. I'm just saying it's not right, and, you know, it's not going to change much. I mean, again, I'll save that video. I'm actually going to start it now. So, Captain Alex Mason, and I'll see you real shortly. Bye.